when it comes for the weather, I'm extremely unlucky because for like last 2 months it was so gray like it is right now. There were a few sunny days, but for most of the time I was working. I was leaving home when it was dark and I was going back home when it was dark, so I missed all of those days. Maybe except New Year's Eve when we had like 17 Celsius degrees, so literally a spring weather. But during that time I was quite busy with the real life that I had no time to go outside with the camera, and that's really a pity. I was so tired of this weather and of this whole grey color that is conquering the city that I had to go to the park. The problem with such a weather in Warsaw itself, it's a problem because of the history of Warsaw. As the history itself is such a broad topic that it would take me hours to tell you everything. Just the period of Second World War, when 84% of the city was destroyed and then rebuilt by the communists, to be so simple as it is for most of the cases right now, made the most of the city literally grey. And combined with this weather, it's sometimes so depressing that I'm really glad that we have parks all the way around the city. And even if this winter there are no leaves, it's still better to walk across the park like this one. I love nature so much, and it's sometimes a really good idea to just go and rest from all of those buildings in the big cities. It is so quiet in here. The only thing that I can hear are birds from time to time. Like this one. I hope this will be recorded. And the road that is far away from here, outside this forest. Weather these days have both good and bad parts. The good ones are because of what's happening right now in Europe, because of the war in Ukraine. We're in energetic crisis because most of the European countries were depending on resources from Russia. And now because of the war, we're trying not to use those resources because everyone is supporting Ukraine right now. And if not this weather, we would be in some serious troubles, because colder winter means that you need more resources to heat up your house. The weather is on our side this year. The bad part is that because of the weather, because right now it's like 6-7 Celsius degrees, so it's like early spring. Of course it's January, so everything might change in time, but because of that, the nature may get confused, because on New Year's Eve we had such a high temperature that if that would stay for a little bit longer, all the flora would get confused and start blooming, and then if it would get cold again, everything would die out and won't wake up on spring again. But still, I hope this winter the weather will stay as it is right now. Maybe it would be a little bit more sunny because it's so grey. But as we don't need to use that many resources to heat up our houses, then it's for our favor. When I was going to school, we went for a trip to UK for 2 weeks, and for most of the time there it was cloudy like it is here right now, but all the buildings were so colorful that it wasn't a problem at all. In fact, it was even better than on those 2 sunny days that we had during the time that we were there. Well, anyway, I really needed this walk across the park. I feel refreshed right now, because sitting in your home, in your room when it's raining outside, because it was raining for most of the time when I had free time. In fact, it was supposed to be raining today, but it's not, fortunately. Then it's making me a little bit depressed, and I don't want to go back to depression. So I need to go for parks way more. But my camera might not like it because I scratched the lens just like a little bit. I hope it won't be visible on the screen, as this is my only lens. I hope that won't be a problem. Otherwise I may be in serious troubles. And now I guess I should go back home and focus on learning some Japanese. I have 2 days off. I will edit this video and then I will need to use the rest of the free time for learning, and maybe finally I will be able to deliver my first document that I'm not really having time for. Well, having a full-time job may be really problematic. By the way, I can barely see people here. I mean, there are some people, but this area is so huge that I'm barely bumping into someone. But that's not a problem. I have more time to listen to birds.